안녕하세요, 여러분. Welcome to my next video. In this video, we are looking at the topic marking particle and the subject marking particle. And in the next video, I will be going over the object marking particle. 그럼 시작할까요? So, the topic marking particle is used to mark the topic of a sentence. The topic marking particles in Korean are 은 and 는, and these are then attached at the end of the noun to signify that the noun is the topic of the sentence. And the subject marking particles are grammatical tools used to indicate what the subject of the sentence is. Topic is just used to identify the topic of a sentence and emphasize it a little bit more, where a subject marking particle will be used as a grammatical tool so that you know who the subject of the sentence is or what. So while topic can be anything, it can be attached to a subject of the sentence or it can be attached to an object of the sentence. It doesn't really matter because it's just there for emphasis. Now, subject marking particle can only ever be attached to a subject of the sentence. So if you attach it to something else, not the subject, then your meaning of the sentence will change. Whereas with the topic, it's just about emphasis and letting the other person know what the topic of the sentence is. So the subject marking particles are 이 and 가, and they can attach to the noun or pronoun that is the subject of the sentence. So a subject of a sentence would be the person, place, or thing or idea that is doing or being something. It's who or what the sentence is about. You can find out the subject of the sentence by asking questions starting with who or what. So, who came? Who ate it? So let's have a look at conjugation rules. So for topic marking particle, the formula here is noun plus 은 or 는. If the word ends with a vowel, you add 는, and if the word ends with a consonant, you add 은. For example, 차 is a car. It doesn't have a consonant, it ends in a vowel, so you add 는 and it becomes 차는. 집 is a house or a home, and it does have a consonant, so you add 은, so 집은. 남자 ends in a vowel. 남자 is a guy, so you're adding 는, so 남자는. And then 여자 is a girl. It also ends in a vowel, so you're adding 는, becomes 여자는. And 물 is water. It ends in a consonant, so we're adding 은, and it becomes 물은. And the conjugation rules for subject marking particles. Again, the formula is noun plus 이 or 가, and if the word ends with a vowel, you add 가, and if the word ends with a consonant, you add 이. So, for example, 차 becomes 차가, 집 becomes 집이, 남자 becomes 남자가, 여자 becomes 여자가, and 물 becomes 물이. While there is so many different ways in terms of when to use topic and when to use subject, this video is for beginners, and so I've created it with a mind that it would be easier for you to understand or get into the world of all these particles. So think of it as the subject marking particle. They're used to emphasize the subject of the sentence. So they will be used in terms of questions like 김치 누가 다 먹었어? Who ate all the kimchi? So here you want to know who ate it, who ate all the kimchi? Who's the culprit, right? So because it is the emphasis on who, it is much more natural to add the subject marking particle, and 누구 means who, but it changes to 누가 when it is combined with the subject marking particle. So usually it will be either adding 이 or 가 at the end, but 누구 is an exception. There is also exception for 저 becomes 제가. These are just what you need to remember, but there's not many of these exceptions. So, 김치 누가 다 먹었어? Who ate all the kimchi? And then you can say 제가 먹었어요. I ate it. It was me who ate it. I am the culprit. Okay? So 제가 먹었어요 just means I ate it. But because the person is asking who did that, who ate all the kimchi, the emphasis is on the subject. So you want to add the subject marking particle to emphasize. And then when you're replying, it will be 제가 먹었어요. In the next sentence, 누가 왔어요? Who came? 누가 왔어요? Who came? You're curious about who came, the subject. 제 친구가 왔어요. My friend came. It was my friend who came. Okay? You are replying with the subject marking particle added to 친구 because it was your friend who came. Okay? So here the difference is that topic marker is more used when focusing on what someone or something did, and the subject marking particle is used when focusing on who did something. Okay, so in the first one, topic, we're focusing on the object of the sentence, like what someone did, and if you want to emphasize the subject, then you would use the subject marking particle. So here we've got the sentence 김치 누가 먹었어? Who ate the kimchi? 누가 먹었어? Kimchi. So who ate the kimchi? 내가 먹었어. I ate it. It was me who ate it. Yeah, 내가 먹었어. We're focusing on who, and therefore we're focusing on the subject. So we're adding the subject marking particle to emphasize the subject of the sentence. And then when you ask 김치는 먹었어? As for the kimchi, did you eat it? Here you're not focusing on who, because that question is asking you. So not who ate the kimchi, but did you eat kimchi? Have you had some of that kimchi? 김치는 먹었어? 먹었어. Yeah, I ate it. 너가 김치를 먹었어? Was it you who ate the kimchi? So here again, we are focusing on who the subject is and not on whether the kimchi was eaten. Okay, so the main emphasis is on who. So here in this case is you, right? Because was it you? 너가 김치 먹었어? Was it you who ate the kimchi? 내가 먹었어. Yeah, it was me who ate it. See the difference? So the topic is going to be focusing more on the object of the sentence and what the action relates to, and subject is on the person. While there are other differences as well, this will be the main one, I think, how you can differentiate between subject and topic. So let's have a look at more example. 지금 누가 공부하고 있어요? Who is studying right now? Yeah, 지금, now, 누가, who, 공부하고 있어요, is studying. Or 공부해요, you can say 공부해요. 공부하고 있어요 is basically present progressive tense. So who is studying right now? 지금 누가 공부하고 있어요? You're focusing on the subject, on who. 지금 사라가 공부하고 있어요. It's Sarah who's studying right now, yeah? So here the translation is Sarah is studying right now, but you're putting an emphasis on Sarah, so 사라가, by replying to the question of who is, so you should be adding the subject marking particle. But when you ask a sentence like 사라는 지금 뭐 하고 있어요? Then the emphasis is not on Sarah, but rather on what is she doing. So you would put the topic marking particle after Sarah. So 사라는 지금 뭐 하고 있어요? Or as for Sarah, which we'll get to later, but as for Sarah, what is she doing right now? Yeah, your emphasis is more on her action. So the reply would be 사라는 지금 공부하고 있어요. Sarah is studying right now. So in the reply as well, 사라는, as for Sarah, she's studying right now. 지금 공부하고 있어요. And with the 는, it has the nuance of how about you, or you can use it to differentiate between things or compare things, or say like, yeah, how about this, how about that, or as for me, as for this, as for that, okay? Topic, changing the topic. For example, 저녁 먹었어? Did you eat dinner? 저녁 is dinner, 먹었어? Did you eat? 저녁 먹었어? 아니, 아직 안 먹었어. 너는? No, I didn't eat yet. How about you? So here, 너는 is changing the topic from you, whether you ate dinner, to the other person. So you can ask 너는, how about you? 이거 어때요? What about this? 이거, this, 어때요? What about it? What do you think? What's it like? 예뻐요. 이거는요? It's pretty. How about this? Again, changing the topic from one thing to another, from this dress to another dress. 저는 액션 영화를 좋아해요. I like action movies. 로맨틱 영화는요? Well, how about romantic movies? See, so here you are using the 은는 when you want to change the topic or when you want to say, well, how about this? How about that? How about you? 저는 제주도에 갔어요. I have been to Jeju Island. 저는, I, as for me, 제주도에, Jeju Island to 갔어요. I have been, I went. Okay? 부산은요? How about Busan? Have you been to Busan? 부산은요? Okay, and that is it for today's lesson. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. And in the next video I upload, we're going to look at the object marking particle and also the difference between object and subject and how you can easily know which one to use between those two. 그럼 다음에 봐요.